Hi, Brenda.
Miss Catherine, we're signing on. Hold on just a minute. We can hear you. Chair
Okay.
Griffin, we're now live.
Okay.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Griffin, Chair, and I would like to welcome you to the January 12th, 2023 African American Heritage Commission virtual meeting. We will now call our meeting to order. The City County African American Heritage Commission consists of 9 members. 3 of those members are appointed by Asheville City Council. 3 are appointed by Buncombe County Board of Commissioners, and 3 are appointed by 6 appointed members. The commission is to advise the City Council and County Commissioners about the preservation, interpretation, and promotion of African American arts, history, and culture. All committee members and staff are participating virtually. We are streaming live on our Virtual Engagement Hub, which is accessible through the Virtual Engagement Hub link on the front page of the city website and also linked on the committee page. We also have an option for the public to listen live by phone by dialing 855-925-2801 and entering meeting code 9409. For those of you who plan to speak during our live public comment today, you will need to hit *3 to be put in the speaker queue. I will now go through and introduce all committee members and staff who are participating virtually. For our committee members, please make sure to mute your microphone if you're not speaking. And when you have a question or would like to speak, raise hand, and when recognized by chair, unmute your microphone. Please remember to mute your phone after you are done speaking. Committee members, as I call your name, please say a quick hello. Aaron Griffin, hello everyone. Catherine Mitchell.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you again.
Michael Hayes.
Hello, everyone.
Diamond Couch.
Hello.
Cherie Lucas.
Hello.
One of our newest members, Miss Tiffany Flannery Debelo. Did I say that right?
That is correct. Hello, everyone.
And Brenda Mills.
Good evening, everyone.
Leonard Jones, Community Engagement Specialist, Buncombe County.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay. We'll start our agenda items. To help our audience follow along, I'll state each section of the agenda aloud. Again, I ask committee members to click raise hand and be recognized to speak. Please state your name each time you comment. Just a reminder that the public is listening on the phone, and this keeps them up to date on the order of the meeting and who is commenting or speaking. First up on our agenda, we have the approval of minutes of December 8th, 2022. Need a action. Is an action needed?
I move that we approve the meetings from our last meeting.
I second.
All right. Aaron Griffin, that's aye. Catherine Mitchell.
Hi.
Michael Hayes.
Aye.
Diamond Couch.
Aye.
Cherie Lucas.
Aye.
Lucas, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Thanks, Aaron. Aye.
Tiffany Debelo.
Aye.
All right. So next on the agenda is line item number 2. We have staff updates. City Liaison Brenda Mills.
Hi, folks. CD Liaison here, Brenda Mills. First of all, let me do one thing, Chair, if you don't mind. Just a reminder, we have a new member today. So if you want to introduce yourself, Ms. Tiffany Flannery Devereaux, please do so. Tiffany is your choice, the commission's pick. And then I'm not sure if Tashawn Johnson will be able to join us today. So Tiffany, take it away. You could be my update.
Well, thank you, Ms. Mills. First, I want to say thank you to the committee, the commission for bringing me on board. I'm really excited to be a part of what I look at to be history making. I come to you from various boards that I've joined and am still currently a part of, but I look at the African American Heritage Commission as something that's a little more sacred to Asheville because it's telling the story and it's demystifying a narrative of the, Black Asheville that's just been here for so long. So I'm just grateful to bring my gifts, my talents, and my time. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. My email is open and available. And I just look forward to working with everyone.
Thank you, Tiffany.
And then my additional updates are we have a boards and commissions survey that you need to take. It's on your agenda. The link is on your agenda. If you could take a few minutes to do that. This is in regards to when we started the board restructure last year. That has been halted. And then we're just trying to get some feedback. The working group for that is trying to get some feedback from different boards and commission members. Now that is past members, current members. And then we have a new city council committee. There's several new ones, but one of particular interest to the equity office is Equity and Engagement Council Committee. They meet the third Tuesday of the month. Our first meeting is on Tuesday. Some of the items up for discussion are the strategic partnership funds. I believe that's right. And also the immediate recommendation brought to us by the Reparations Commission in December. And then the next Reparations Commission meeting was this past Monday. The next one is February 20th. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Next, we have County Liaison Leonard Jones.
I think Ms. Tiffany has a question at the moment.
It wasn't real. It was just an add-on to what Ms. Mills was talking about, the board restructure. And I really just wanted to highlight the fact that movement was a grassroots movement from community and different individuals with experience with city government. And just shout out to City of Asheville because they heard the people. And that's why, it became a halt. So as you fill out those surveys, just realize that this wasn't a city effort. This really came from the people.
Thank you. Mr. Jones?
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Currently, I don't really have any updates for this meeting. However, for the next meeting, I will have a request from the county's public engagement side. We'd like to have a presentation with this commission just on some ideas around public engagement and some possible collaborations with special collections at the library. There's some current projects going on, some archival that's happening at the YMI that this group may be very beneficial in moving that project along, as well as there's some the Black Asheville History Project that's going on. And we just want to share some of these initiatives that's coming up and seeing how we can collaborate with this commission. And so that's just a request for the February meeting. And that's all the updates I have right now. That's all the updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Leonard. Next, number 4 is unfinished business. We don't have any right now, so we'll move on to new business, which is great. First up is the Pack Square Visioning Project. On Friday, January the 13th, between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. at the Development Service Center, 161 South Street. They're inviting people out to unleash your inner designer and join the Pack Square Design Workshop. So this is going to happen on the 13th between 9 and 1. And they're going to have coffee and tea all day in a place, even a place for your kid to sit at the table. So, in which that's happening tomorrow. So, if anyone is available to attend, please attend. A side note to that, you know, as far as the revisioning, in 2019, this commission had put forth a suggestion to do a 400 years of inequality with doing a Jamestown project, which I don't know if anyone's familiar with it. I just looked through the notes and I thought it was a great idea, you know, especially to be able to do something like that with Pack Square. And, you know, so the healing process can start. It's good to look back, but and remember, and also look forward to, you know, we have made some progress, and that would be something great that, you know, maybe we can collaborate, come together, some ideas of like what that would look like, and be able to present that to the Pack Square visioning, you know. So anyone have any comments or questions about it? I know Miss Mitchell would probably be able to speak more on that would you like to speak on that a little bit, Miss Mitchell?
Yes, actually, we had a meeting today with the consultant hired by the city, and the discussion centered around involving high school and middle school students in a process of participating in the visioning. And we've started meeting. Actually, the first meeting was today at Hall Fletcher. And we'll be moving on to the middle and high school groups to involve them in the process. So we will be helping students to actually design some of their ideas for the city, 20 years, 50 years, 200 years, because that will be their generation. And so, yes, we moving forward with that. And actually, I have a meeting scheduled with Shavonda next week, because she has conducted such a visioning process at Asheville High just a year or two ago. And so I'll be able to certainly bring additional information as well as actions that we've taken at the next meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. Mr. Hayes, could you maybe inform the commission about the meeting with Southside United, like some of their concerns or issues of how we can help contribute to their cause?
Sure. With the Southside, man, I'm sorry, my brain locked. But Shavonda Harper is a part of the team with the Southside. Tiffany, do you know what the whole thing is called? Southside.
It is Southside United.
Southside United, yeah. So Southside United, okay, they formed a group, and they are really adamant about preserving the history of Southside. You know, they've changed it from changed it from Southside to South Slope. That's kind of disheartening. And then there are some projects that are happening in the South Side. One was the one that we talked about here in the commission, was the Walton Street project, and about preserving the Walton Street, the pool area and the grounds on the pool. But they wanted to take that a little deeper. They wanted to actually look into what it would take to have the pool workable, and like it's some other beautification projects that are going on. But their main concern, and I feel, gosh, I don't feel right like really speaking for them, but there's a lot of concerns with them. So I will say that their main concern right now is the support that they need as a community group from a commission like ours to help so they can see some of their vision come to fruition. It was a lot of heartbreak, and she's actually invited us to a meeting that they're having next Thursday, which I plan on attending, and so that we can hear their concerns. But they have a unified organization that's doing some powerful work, but they need bridges, and we are the African American Heritage Commission. We're about preserving the heritage of that particular community, and us coming together. She was asking for us to come together to help support their mission, their vision, what they see as beneficial for their community.
Yes, Tiffany.
And just to add to that, because that's just a perfect segue, Michael, in terms of looking at like the legacy neighborhoods that's developing right now in Asheville, how can the African American Heritage Commission really help scale up these neighborhoods? Looking at Burton Street as a great model, Shiloh, East End, like all of these neighborhoods, which I feel like, Brenda, and you could correct me, they're like actually becoming like certified as a neighborhood. Is it association, or what's the correct term? If somebody could.
Excuse me, they're all registered. Southside came year before last.
Nice. So to get to the next level of just being unified as these legacy neighborhoods, it would be great. Like what Michael is saying, supporting Southside United and Shiloh, all the neighborhoods that's trying to scale up similar to Burton Street.
Yes, Catherine.
That is a project of the subcommittee that I had. I have proposed that the commission conduct a citywide African American community summit. And we can begin the process of planning that summit for either the spring or summer or fall, and start engaging with community organizations around their participation. I certainly invite additional members of the commission to participate in the process, and so that we're not trying to design something without the participation of a much larger group.
I agree.
Any volunteers?
Yes,
Yes.
I'd like to volunteer.
Commissioner Michael Hayes here. I would like to volunteer as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Commissioner Double here. I have a question, Ms. Mitchell. Commissioner Mitchell.
Yes.
Is this similar to the African Americans in Western North Carolina event that took place prior to COVID? Do you remember? I think that was that started with Dr. Waters. It just felt like they brought all the African Americans around Western North Carolina here to Asheville for like a weekend.
Ms. Catherine, I muted you because you had reverb. You'll have to unmute yourself again. There you go.
Okay. The concept is somewhat different in that what we're looking for is community-based participants. And so the idea is that the community tells or talks to us about what they've done and how they are accomplishing. And I believe that really at the end of the process, that we award a group or have a scaled presentation of trophies and other substantial awards. So we're not looking really for the technocrats and the intellectuals. We're looking for people to give expression to what they are doing in their communities.
That sounds fantastic. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I would love to volunteer as well.
Great.
Miss Catherine, just hold on just a second, folks. I'm sorry. You'll need to mute your actual computer volume because you're on twice on in the computer. So if you mute your computer volume, then we won't hear the reverb.
Okay.
We want to hear
We
every.
can hear it.
We can hear you. But you're hearing your computer talk to us too. It might not work. So all good.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Hold that thought. We're gonna move on and we'll come back to it. Now, the next on is annual report review. I don't know if you all had a chance to look at that, but Ms. Mills?
I brought you a draft on December and you told me you wanted to work on it. So I haven't done anything with it since that point. Now I can pull up what I worked on.
What? Well,
do you want me to do that?
If you guys haven't taken a look at it, we probably can do that. The only thing that I was kind of concerned with the report, thank you, is just the for the future. You know, I know we really haven't set a budget or anything, but I'm really hoping that we'll be able to set a budget for this year. Well, this year, so we can do some more things. It would be great if we can do the summit. You know, it's well needed. It's well needed and well overdue. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You are on the right track. So let me do this. Don't feel frustrated at all. You are totally on the right track. Your annual report, let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger. Your annual report is about 2022. And then as a part of that, you want to put any goals for this year. So part of those goals could be, you don't have to have the budget fleshed out, but you could say you will be working on a budget for activities this year. Maybe you want to have that done in February.
Okay.
And then you're working on some ideas around an African American Summit to highlight the contributions and work that people are doing in their communities. That's some future work. Now you had a committee that was looking at some of that. I think Ashley Wilberding.
Yeah.
So you have some of that you can put in the report. And then everything else I had was just things that you did for last year.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help?
Yeah, that helps. It makes it. I think it was some kind of mix up, like with the groups. So I don't know how. I guess with the goal planning, and I don't know how the names got sort of mixed up. I think there was just a little confusion.
So it's on here. There was a goal planning group for 2023, and that's Ashley Wilberding and you. I didn't know if anybody else joined you. And then a review of other groups and commissions with similar. Remember, there was a working.
Right.
What was that document? He just kind of put a bunch of people who do what you do all over the world. Felt
right.
like.
But I guess I'm sorry. Excuse me. I guess what I'm saying is, like, actually, Ashley and I was on the other review of other groups and commissions side, which
no problem. I thought I wrote it down right, but
it's no problem.
Okay.
But that was to Ashley's point. I don't know if you had a chance to look at her email. It's like she's kind of a little confused, like with, but
Well, it was on the meeting. You know, you have a recording of
Right.
the meeting. So I
Right.
told her to go back and check it. Maybe she didn't have chance. But what you could do is the other thing you can do as part of this report is you did in December form those committees.
Right.
So that can be part of, you can add that. I'll share this document with you
Okay.
and I'll share it with all of you. And you just put that in there. This would be all of what you did in 2022. And you did a lot. You know, you represented, you know, with Pack Square, you worked with the Juneteenth folks. I mean, there was a lot of action that was going on. And then you formed those two committees. We'll get the names right on the report. And then for 2023, what you want to do is put some of the things we talked about and some of the things that you're going to give us a report about, I'm assuming, today. And then you're pretty much done. We'll list the board members that were active as of 2022, and then we'll go from there. That's as simple as it is, I think.
Okay.
Does that help?
That helps. Any questions, any comments? Questions?
Your report is due next Saturday, the 21st. But if we could have it done, everybody reviewed it by next Thursday, and I'll get it to the clerk. You can send it, you know, we'll work on that document and then we share it with the clerk's office when you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll make sure to share that before I go home this evening.
So next on the goal planning, well, this is where it got kind of tricky with me with the goal planning. I don't know, some other members can speak on it. I personally felt like some of these things we've kind of pondered more than once for a while, you know what I mean? And with this new strategy that we got on and the new team that we have, I just feel like we can go ahead and start moving forward. I had an opportunity to look at some other African American heritage commissions and what they're doing. Early on, I found out we're so much, which is not on the list that we have in the paperwork, but we're so close to what Winston-Salem African American Heritage Commission is, where there is a relationship with the city. And so, you know, we got to have a working environment, and not to leave the county out either, the city and the county, because the county is very much a big part of what we're doing. It's Asheville Buncombe, y'all. So, you know, it's pretty huge. So with that said, with reviewing not all, but several commissions, I think that we are in a unique position, you know, to really do some great things. And I think we're beyond the part where, you know, as far as the homework or like what others are doing, we can actually form this thing and shape this thing like to what's needed in the Asheville Buncombe area. So that's the way I feel about that. Any comments, concerns, any suggestions for any other members?
Commissioner Hayes here. Chairman Griffin, you know, we had a discussion, and I think as we look at our list of goals, and then when we look at, you know, the power of the people that are now a part of this commission as well, I think it's imperative that we look back at those goals and say, like, look at things that we've already attempted or have done or just seem obsolete right now at this moment. Because right now we're more connected to community than we've been since I've been a part of this commission. And I think it's imperative that we take advantage of that and find out really, you know, where we're connecting, we're listening, we're hearing, we're seeing where we fit in. And the work needs to be where it needs to be, you know, not where, and I'm not saying anything that's on that goal list is a waste of time, but if we've already done it and we've had nothing has happened with that. Let's move forward. I think we should just really let's talk. Let's see where everybody thinks we should move collectively, and then let's look at it that way. Because when we look at the power of Tiffany and my brother Tyshawn and who we already have, let's collectively see where we can, and I hate to use the word where we yield the most influence, but where we can be more impactful for those who yield the influence, like Southside Initiative, like Birch Street, like Shiloh, like those Black legacy areas, right? And move that way.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, Tiffany.
That's a great point, because just thinking with the work that has already been done with this commission, it's like it's a grassroots level movement. So it's like hitting the ground running already, and just ways in, and I haven't had a chance to look at the goals, but ways in which like these legacy neighborhoods and the work that has been laid out, like from the ancestors that came before us, it's like there is already a roadmap, and this could definitely be like the unit. And I'm saying that to say, just thinking in terms of how has the harm continued, like how is this harm continuing to happen? And I'm not sure if this is the right moment to say, but just for example, Juneteenth and the way that movement transpired, how can we support the grassroots component of Juneteenth to still satisfy not just what the city is doing, but what can happen collectively around Asheville and Buncombe County? So I'm saying, how can we support those doing grassroots movements, especially with like Juneteenth and other things that's getting ready to happen? I was going to say pop off, but it happened.
Very good. Let's see. I got a hand somewhere. Don't I? Oh, Ms. Mills.
I want to say something because we are a unique community, an African-American community. As we've been working on reparations, Miss Tiff is an alternate for the city on the Reparations Commission. And it's a lot of hard work, but a lot of good, wonderful work going on. I think people have not always appreciated neighborhoods, but when you go other places, they don't have what we have. So East End knows their history. Shiloh know their history. Burton Street know their history. Southside got it going on. They are pushing, they are pounding. And so you've got those energies going to where now Leonard and Rashida and Z, that group's going to come back in and talk to y'all about ways in which they can help do some engagement. And then building capacity for people like you said, Tiffany, the grassroots. Y'all got all the folks and the tools you have here. Please remember you have a budget of $9,500. If you want to use some of that money to help neighborhoods or to do things in neighborhoods around art history and preservation, you have that. But I just want to encourage you that we may not have the big industry, the big banks, the big whatever, but we have made it work in this community. And I think what reparations is doing, equity, the county through equity and its history around the libraries and all that kind of stuff. I would love to have Kate Cutshaw come and talk to y'all about the work they're doing over there. But gathering history is something we're going to do way past reparations. But I just wanted to encourage you. You're on the right step. So thank you for that few minutes.
Thank you. Anyone else for what? Okay. I guess we can go on to number 6. Are we good for 6? Public comment, no comments. Brenda, we have anyone waiting in the queue?
We don't tonight. I'm hoping one day we're hoping one day I'm gonna tell you got somebody waiting in the queue. But not tonight. It did start thundering and lightning, so I'm sure people are hiding out.
Let's see. Here we go. I just want to throw this out there real quick. Thursday, January the 19th, the history of the old Shiloh community. They have it starts at 5:30 at Shiloh AME Zion Church, 95 Shiloh Road. Over the past year, Johnny Baxter Award winners and the UNC Asheville history students Rebecca Kelly and Tori Rigsby have researched the history of the old Shiloh community and its move to Shiloh's present location. So this is happening Thursday, January the 19th, which is also the same Thursday of the Southside United meeting. So if you can attend, if anyone can volunteer to attend, that would be great. I just wanted to throw that in. So any future agenda items, concerns? I think we should explore this summit thing, really. I don't know if we can plan some time between now and our next meeting to have a couple subgroups so we can start getting things into motion. We got to go. We got to be moving because Leonard is looking at us.
So just to be clear, for your next agenda, you're going to look at maybe report. The community engagement group is going to come from the county to talk to you guys, and I'll get some information for them, anything they want to share previous to the meeting, which I think that'll be wonderful. Leonard, do you think asking Kate to come to this next meeting would be a good idea, or do you think that would be a separate thing?
I think right now we just wanted to focus on the public engagement piece of it, just kind of setting some of that foundational information on how we can best move forward and utilizing some of the infrastructure that's already laid out between the city and Asheville, and how we already communicate with community and how we can kind of elevate this commission through those networks.
That sounds wonderful. And then you're going to come back with just some starting discussions around the summit. And then if there's something you need between now and your next meeting, like you have questions about resources, things of that nature, just give me, you know how to find me. I'll help with that. But yeah, looks like y'all got a lot to do. That's a lot, just planning the summit. And then I do think really just doing that, focus on that, because once you hear what the county's engagement team, I mean, they're out there. They are really have a hold in the community doing some amazing stuff. And then you can find out where you can latch on and where they can build an infrastructure for you guys to do a lot of this engagement. I think it'd be great. So I've got those two things down. You will get an email from me probably first thing in the morning. I'll finish it up tonight. And then with everything we talked about tonight, I'll go back and look and see what the correction is about those. Do you still want those two committees, or you just want to dissolve those for now?
Yeah, let's dissolve those.
Okay, not a problem. And then I'll get everything out to you guys so you can go ahead and have an idea what your draft minutes and other things look like, and then we'll be back. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, Tiffany.
I was just curious about the MLK activities that's taking place this weekend, and if this commission is doing anything or attending or have a table or anything like that.
Go ahead, Brenda.
We have not bought tables for boards in the past. The city does an ad individually. The police and fire do separate ads and have a table, and then I think the county's doing the same thing. So I'll be there. We could in the future think about sending representatives there.
Mm-hmm. And I have a couple tickets, so if anyone does need a ticket, just shoot me an email.
Thank you.
Hey y'all, so my volume went dead. That's why I went off. So I just heard tickets. Tickets to what?
To the MLK prayer breakfast.
I thought we was talking about the future concert. My bad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yes, I would like to talk to you about those tickets. Okay.
Also, lastly, is this commission aware of Ta-Nehisi Coast that's coming in February? So there's extra tickets if anyone needs, or if community needs them.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah.
I did get an email from UNCA's community engagement. I'll forward that to you. They're giving tickets to community groups. I don't know about individuals. I think that's what it said, but I have a ticket to go. I plan to be there. So it is free. You just have to register.
Yes.
I'll get that to you.
All right.
Thank you. So we're ready for number 8. The next regular meeting is scheduled for Thursday, February the 9th, 2023. And we all know that we're going to remain virtual. So check on the city's engagement hub for more directions on how to participate. Any suggestions, comments, anything someone wants to add?
One thing. So Commissioner Hayes here. So I know that we are, with African American Heritage Commission, and it's very important that we know our history in order to know where we're going. I do want to put this out there. In order for us to know where we're going, I think it's imperative that we start inviting some of our young folks in the community to be a part of these meetings, being that we are online. So I'm suggesting that we reach out to organizations that have their young folk involved. My daddy taught me that. I think the YMI still had youth. I know some youth at the Agency Center. I know we have youth at Umoja. There's youth everywhere that might want to sit for an hour to listen to us, but also hopefully they'll learn how this process works so they can also bring up what they want, because they are the future. So what's the precedent that we're setting for them? So I would like to just put that out there for us to reach out to our networks and have some of our youth available, even if it's just the 25 to 18-year-old age, right? And then look at those younger, but how can we get the word out so that they can participate in this meeting and see that like we exist, we're here, and it'll be a great opportunity for not only for them, but for us to hear from those that we are serving.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. Come on, y'all. We still got like 17 minutes.
Okay, I can keep going. Stop playing. Don't. Okay.
No, I just said, okay. So, all right. So if it's not anything, I will adjourn the meeting unless there's any objections. Oh, you want? Oh, okay. Unless there's any objections. Any objections? Oh, yes, Tiffany.
I do just wanted to also throw out there the Reparations Stakeholders Association of Asheville, RSAA, and that's a grassroots movement that's taking place to help offset the work that the Reparations Commission is doing. And what it is a membership. So we become a member of this association, and then we have the autonomy to say how money is divvied out past when the Reparations Commission term is up, which will be coming up soon. So it's called RSAA, and you can find it through the RJC website or through ZEDEC. But you also can just Google Reparations Stakeholders Association of Asheville. So I just wanted to throw that out.
Thank you again. Anyone else? No? All right. So adjourn.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.